Alright, so we start today's video here at McLaren of Beverly Hills. They have some really cool new stuff in, and I am super excited to go check this out. Let's go see what they got in stock. Alright, so let's start outside with these 3 720S's and 1 McLaren GT. These are pretty cool. I think they are all spiders, which is nice. The gold on this is pretty nice, but this is going to look like crap compared to what's inside. We'll see in just a second. So in here is just McLaren heaven. We have a McLaren Senna, which we'll look at closer in a second. A McLaren Senna GTR of the new 765 LT. This one just sold. We have, I think this is a Can-Am. I'm not sure. I'll look at that in a second. But what I really want to look at is the McLaren Speedtail. It's my first time seeing one in person, and it is simply extraordinary. The way they did the active arrow here at the back, how these panels just bend, is mind-boggling. This, I think, is the color they originally launched it in. Hard to wrap your head around this car. I think they have a special way of importing these where as long as you drive them less than 2,500 miles a year, and because they're limited production, they're able to get away with not crash testing this car since it's based off of another one. At least that's what I understand. And also it's missing pretty important things like, I don't know, side mirrors. I know in Europe they've allowed people to not have side mirrors, but not in the US. There goes LAPD. This car, like most McLarens, is absolutely designed by aerodynamics. You can see right there how air can pass around the side with this front splitter. Everything is definitely smoothed out. It's pretty incredible with this. It's definitely, although very capable around a track, they designed this for aerodynamics and straight line speed. They could have probably gone the other route with this, kind of like the Volkswagen XL1, which I know probably not a lot of you guys know about, and made this into a super high gas mileage vehicle, just like the Volkswagen XL1, but instead they went with a 250 mile per hour top speed. Beautiful. So upon closer inspection, this looks to be a Le Mans edition 650S. Very cool. Probably the cheapest thing in here, actually. Yeah, only $255. That's basically free by McLaren standards, at least compared to everything in this room. Has the openings over the wheels, carbon front splitter, carbon badge, and of course these crazy wheels. Look kind of aftermarket, but I know these are factory. Very cool. Right here we have the new McLaren Senna, except size of my hand, pretty much. This is a really fun model. If you're into models, this is a damn cool one. I'm not sure if anything like the doors open, but very fun. This would be great to have on your desk. And from there, there's the real one. Unfortunately not matching colors, but I think that's still okay. And then we'll take a close look at the 765 LT. LT is long tail, as you guys probably know. You can see the spoilers a little bit long. I think technically is just a fraction of an inch longer than the normal one. I love the lattice they got on these. And of course we have the roof scoop, which you can see carbon fiber tube going right down to the engine bay. Hard to see with the reflection, but really cool seats in this thing. This thing is a shrine to carbon. I've always liked the 720S, but they really perfected it with the 765 LT. I think this is definitely the best LT they've made yet. And then this Senna is really cool. And just extraordinarily extreme vehicles. Like, just look at the way the carbon is in there. Everything is so serious about this car. And obviously it's, I'm sure, tons of fun to drive, but this thing is a track weapon. Not a toy, weapon. Love the way they integrated the camera and the McLaren badge right back here. Very well done. And it's cool with this because everything's like see-through. You can just look right through and get a real nice up-close look. And this top-mounted wing is ridiculous. pretty much bare carbon on the whole side. This is very tasteful. The owner of this one, or I guess previous owner, since it's here for sale, spec'd out, you know, touches of color. And as you can see, you can look into the interior, which is so cool. But I think bare carbon is definitely the way to go. And it's so fun being able to look at the tires like that, the way heat must dissipate from them. Also nice if you want to check your tire tread. And the front end of this is insane. If it wasn't used for aero, you could fit a lot of stuff up there. Beautiful. Love the kind of ghosted Senna sticker on the side. So it has a triple charger. And then for the way more extreme one, this is a McLaren Senna GTR. It's so incredible that something this extreme can be perfected to be like 10 times more extreme. That's like how. The front splitter on this is just mind-boggling. All these extra slats, and these canards are out of this world. Very crazy. Not sure exactly what these are for. If anyone in the comments could let me know. Maybe some kind of like start-stop emergency shut-off or something. The livery on this looks awesome. As you can see, racing harnesses and a racing steering wheel. Definitely still has some of the same amenities, as in almost none. Lots of little Senna badges. This one has a little Brazil flag on the side. Also, these are just completely slick. I'm sure they cost a fortune too. A nice, not very gussied up cinder locks. And then right down here on the side, you have this extra side panel, which looks like a piece from a McLaren Sabre. Incredible. What if this isn't actually from Britain or not? Definitely British plate. And on this side, we got the quick fueling spot, and I'm guessing that's for air to jack it up in an instant with compressed air. Wow. And from one track weapon to the next, this is a McLaren 620R, very serious machine. Really cool custom livery in the factory. This one was originally shipped to Washington, and now it's here. Very cool. Alright, so back over here in this corner of the dealer, we have a just absolutely beautiful Porsche 918. I'm a huge fan of this kind of blue on any car, but it really fits this car amazingly, especially with that acid green or whatever they call it piping. And I'm assuming, yep, of course the brakes and the badging has the same thing. And then back here we got the car plugged in, which is kind of funny. Honestly, it looks a little bit chintzy, but that's okay. I'll forgive them. The rest of it's pretty amazing. And it is cheaper than a Bugatti, so, you know, they get away with that. But of course, got the top-mounted exhaust. Then over here we have a slightly more extreme, this might be the Weissach package. You can see here there's no extra carbon aero, but over here there is. White is also a beautiful color on this. Definitely less of a fan of the lizard green on one of these, but I know it's definitely a popular color with some people. We got the white wheels, which looks amazing. And this 57 livery. This one's got a very swanky interior, the red, I think carmine red. Of course, carbon roof. Roof's off on that one. I actually forget if it stores in the trunk or not. I'll have to look that up. Make sure to mention in the comments if you know. I'm always looking to learn. And then, how about that? We got a fly in the mirror. Get off, fly. This thing's too expensive for you. And also you got the Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires on, and the red center cap on that side and the blue on that side. And how can we miss it? The Bugatti Chiron. This thing is a work of art and an amazing work of engineering all in one. These rear brakes are big enough for most supercars' front brakes, but when you got something like this, you gotta be pretty serious about stopping power. A lot of cracking on the rotor. I'm not sure what that's about, if that's okay or not. I think definitely probably the best line on this is this right here, kind of looking at that piece of art. Nice, pretty tinted actually. Nice red diamond stitched seats. The red Bugatti brakes look very nice in this one. It's a better view of the interior for the in the front. Incredible. Alright, so back here on the outside, we of course have a sea of Rolls-Royces. Pretty nice, probably customer G-Wagon. And then the brand new 2021 RollsRoyce Ghost. Pretty sure this RollsRoyce Ghost is here as a demonstration vehicle. This looks like the same one that was here months ago. If it wasn't, it'd be sold, well, pretty much the second it showed up. This is a very tasteful, good showroom spec. I'm sure they've done a lot of test drives and showings in this car. This one is, wow, $438. That is a lot of money. But people are gonna pay. I've already seen these things everywhere. This here is definitely one of my favorite McLaren colors. This sort of ice white blue color, I think is just so cool. And this here is the 720 Roadster with the window down, which hopefully they remember to put back up and before there's any bad weather, especially with gray skies like today. This is definitely just such a cool color. I'm not a huge fan of the wheels. I think it fits the spec pretty decently, but I'm definitely not the biggest fan of, especially these wheels in silver. I'd probably go with more of a black or even just a slightly darker gray. And if you're a fan of blue, I'm gonna go show you a very cool blue on a Rolls-Royce. Alright, so this is what I came in to see. Just talked to the guy working here and he said this is a one of one. This is kind of like a mint Tiffany blue with, of course, matching interior, you know, because what kind of peasant would not spec that? Of course, it's two-tone, which is very popular in these cars. I would have honestly thought about just doing the whole thing in this color, but I think it fits very nicely. Such a good looking car. There you get a really good view of that color. Let's see the sticker. Yeah, actually, pretty decent. Comparatively to what it could be. $435,000. FOC, I wonder what that is. Doesn't actually specify how much a lot of these cost. Of course, over here, we got this luxury behemoth. It is nearly as tall as me, so that's gonna be about 6 feet tall. So incredible. They really did a great job redesigning the Phantom and the Ghost. It'll be interesting when the Ghost styling, the new facelift, transfers over to the Dawn and the Wraith. We got here the second new Ghost, 2021 Ghost of the dealer. Looks incredible. So much stuff went into making this and improving it over the previous generation. It's pretty jaw-dropping. I believe this is a lot less like a 7 Series than before, because I know people definitely kind of beat up on the RollsRoyce Ghost as being a big fancy 7 Series, which it in some ways is technically, although I think it's far removed enough that it's not too fair to overly make that comparison. But this is definitely its own thing now. And of course, just look at the size of this. I'm pretty sure this is not the long wheelbase. Very cool color. It looks almost purpley, but definitely more of like a silver purple, just hints of purple. Got tan leather interior on this one, and a very impressive little area right there above the passenger. Yeah, doesn't it look purple? That I'm going crazy. Love the way they placed it here in the showroom. Another lovely color, navy blue on tan. Doesn't look quite as shockingly stunning on a Rolls-Royce. Still looks amazing, but it definitely packs a punch when you put it on a Ferrari or something. But this is for sure a extremely classy spec. And then a much more youthful and poppy spec right here. Red and black on white. This is a black badge. Has the cool black badge wheels, and of course a badge that is black. How about that? I think that pretty much wraps it up. Alright, so that was a pretty fun little expedition. Definitely always cool coming here, and the people here are nice and friendly, which is always nice. They've only not let me in when Magnus Walker was filming, which is pretty reasonable. But anyways, we got many more videos to come, and stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe.